All right. The play ball kids have done their thing, and we're good to go here. Tonight, we got a fun one here this evening. The team that we've come to know is the Swift Current 57s. They're doing that one night only, one game rebrand. So tonight, what were the Swift Current 57s? One night only, the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels. Yeah, ground squirrel's an alternative way of referring to a gopher. Medicine Hat actually did something similar a few weeks ago. They have a family of ospreys, the bird of prey, that live at their ballpark atop one of the light standards, so they changed their name to the Baby Sprays. I don't know. I don't want to tell you what happens in nature when an osprey meets a ground squirrel, but hey, we should have some fun with this tonight. Can you make it out on camera here? Let's go to camera 2 here. Yeah, it's a bit of a different look tonight. They got the ground squirrel logo there. Brown shoulders on kind of a black jersey with that ground squirrel logo. We're good to go here with that look tonight. Starting on the mound for the, and I'm going to try and honor this as best I can by referring to them as the ground squirrels. Starting tonight for the Squirrels, Kyrell Adair, local product. He's had one appearance this year against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. He worked a late inning game, pitched for 1 inning, struck out 2 out of 3, spotless ERA, didn't surrender any hits. So the product of the Swift Current minor ball system will take to the bump tonight, pitching to Casey Prychek, Louis Ayala back in the lineup at first base. Kyrell's older brother, Rydell Adair, is the second baseman this evening. Trig Mapes will be playing short. Wilmer Enriquez at third. Silas Hilton, Jose Ayala, and local product Hudson Unger in right field tonight. Silas in left and Jose Ayala in center. Jeremy Freeman Jr. leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. .345 batting average on the year for Freeman Jr. He's an offensive dynamo who makes things happen. 23 stolen bases on the year. He's an exciting player to watch, and we got a righty-on-righty matchup to get things going here for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels against the Medicine Hat Mavericks. 1-1 the count here. Glad you could join us wherever you may be tuning in from. 23 degrees Celsius as of first pitch. That would be upper 80s, or pardon me, lower 80s, upper 70s in Fahrenheit. 1-2 the count here. Kyrell Adair out in front of Jeremy Freeman Jr. Tries to get him to chase low and away ahead in the count. Freeman Jr., Yusei Uzawa, and Tyler Van Nesty due up for the visiting Medicine Hat Mavericks here in the top of the first inning. Breaking ball, and Freeman Jr. gets a small piece of it, redirects it into the backstop, and stays alive. The native of Chicago, Illinois, battling with the Swift Current product here. Freeman Jr. out of the second city. 2-2 pitch. Oh. Kyrell tries to fool him with the high ched, and Freeman Jr. fouls that away.
Hey kids, that foul ball is property of Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels. That is a show of our appreciation for returning that ball to the souvenir.
Breaking ball, and strike 3 gets him. Kyrell Adair. 1 batter faced and 1 strikeout. Can't spell Kyrell without a K. And he's put one up on the board here.
Now batting for the Mavericks, right fielder number 1, Yusei Uzawa.
Yusei Uzawa now with a turn for Medicine Hat. This Mavericks team, a couple of proficient base stealers. Freeman Jr., 23 bags on the year. Yusei Uzawa coming into this game with 22. 1 down here for Kyrell Adair and the Squirrels D. Breaking ball drops in for strike 1 in this exchange with Yusei Uzawa, the native of Chiba, Japan. Tyler Van Nesty on deck. Carter Roth also due up here. Shout out to Carter's family watching tonight from Stratford, Ontario. I finally got the pronunciation right on Roth. He's been Roth as in David Lee. He's been Routh, but double-checked with my sources in Medicine Hat. Roth is what I've been told. So we'll get that right tonight. It took us an entire season to figure out. Apologies to the Roth family in Stratford. Dynamic young man. And look at that, another strikeout. 2 batters faced and 2 Ks for Kyrell Adair.
Now batting for the Mavericks, designated hitter number 8, Tyler Van Ness.
As Tyler Van Nesty will dig in now. 2 down, top of the first. They got the auction table all set up, the silent auction table for the Ground Squirrels jerseys. It's going to be a tough one tonight. I'm going to refer to them by their regular name at some point. I'm using a lot more of my brain to say Ground Squirrels than I figured I would. You know, a lot of people bidding on the jerseys. A few extra fans here tonight for this one-night temporary rebrand as that pitch by Van Nesty is fouled off. Van Nesty, a native of Warman, Saskatchewan, bedroom community of Saskatoon. Beautiful little city. Got a great recreational facility there. But yeah, decent crowd on hand tonight. As with the count 1 and 2, Kyrell Adair tries to get Van Nesty to chase up and away. Fouled away. Not really a ton to play for between these two teams. The 57s could statistically catch the Weyburn Beavers and get out of the cellar in the WCBL East. But Medicine Hat, with the number of games they have left, Regina can't catch them and they can't catch Saskatoon, as that's foul down the first base side. 3-2 count battle here with young Kyrell Adair and a veteran of the WCBL and Tyler Van Nesty. Couple of Saskatchewan boys locking horns here. Ground ball. Hit to first. And Ayala fields that grounder for the unassisted putout, and it's a 3-up, 3-down for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels behind Kyrell Adair. The Squirrels on the sticks when we return. It's Medicine Hat and Speedy Creek here on Flow Sports.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
And welcome back to Mitchell Field for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels taking on the Medicine Hat Mavericks. The one-game rebrand for the Swift Current base team. The Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels. All right, getting the start for the Medicine Hat Mavericks is Danny Retzlaff. This will be his 10th appearance of the year and his 9th start. 36 innings of work. He has struck out 41 and walked 19. 2-1 record with a 5.5 earned run average. So Retzlaff coming into deal. This is a kid who strikes guys out. Retzlaff out of Corona, California. As Silas Hilton leading off for the 57s, hitting .261 on the year. Silas out of Placitas, New Mexico. I love the New Mexico license plate with the pepper on it. That's sick. Love it. Big fan of Saskatchewan's, the land of the living skies with the wheat sheafs. One of my favorite plates out there. But, yeah, New Mexico, runner-up. We'll see if Hilton can spice up the offense here. Swings and misses out in front of a off-speed offering from Retzlaff, and nothing in two the count. Hilton, Prychek, Enriquez due up for the Squirrels here. Let's go, Squirrels. Strike three. We're going to have a pitcher's duel tonight. Kyrell Adair striking out 2 of 3 in his half of the first, and one batter faced, 1K for Danny Retzlaff here. Casey Prychek is going to dig in now. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Casey fouls that into the backstop. Nothing in one the count. Breaking ball. And a nice pitch, nothing in two the count to Prychek. Wilmer Henriquez on deck for the 57s. Wilmer, 12 home runs on the year. Tied for the league lead with Ethan Menard of the Saskatoon Berries as Prychek strikes out. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. So Enriquez and Menard. An intriguing battle for the league home run crowd. Retzlaff, lefty. Fly ball from Enriquez, hit deep, hit back. Goodbye, baseball! Wilmer Enriquez. A blast to left center, and the Swift Current 50 Ground Squirrels hit the scoreboard first on that solo tank. There you go. Put it in the history books. Wilmer Enriquez. First run on the scoreboard for the Squirrels. Two-out blast from Wilmer, his league-leading 13th of the year. Your move, Nard Dog. Swing and strike, nothing in one the count. The 0-1. Just above the belt of Jose Ayala. Swing and strike. Retzlaff would like one pitch to Enriquez back, but other than that, he's been pretty good here for Medicine Hat here in the bottom of the first. Drilled into the backstop by Ayala, 1-2 the count. Ayala, ground ball put out, and that'll do it for the 57s. Wilmer Enriquez with a scintillating blast to get the Ground Squirrels on the scoreboard here. 1-0 after 1. Speedy Creek leads here on Flow Sports.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Carter Roth leading off for Medicine Hat. Top of the second inning. Kyrell Adair. First pitch curveball to Roth. Tough out here for Kyrell in the 57s as Roth coming into tonight with a .369 batting average to lead Medicine Hat and 50 RBI for this young man. That's third best in the league. William Edwards and Austin Gurney of the Miller Express, 1 and 2, as Roth, fly ball, foul territory. Is that going to be playable for Ayala? Did he make that catch? It was right in front of Medicine Hat's dugout, and no, I don't think he was able to squeeze it.
Kids, if you find that foul ball on somebody's windshield, return to the souvenir booth to get yourself a Looney, thanks to Lewis Automotive Group.
Yeah, Luis Ayala going deep in the heart of enemy territory to try and track down that fly ball. Right in the Med Hat dugout pretty much, but 1-2 the count. Credit Kyrell Adair. He's been able to stay ahead of the hitters for Medicine Hat. Curveball into your living room. Goes the foul ball. 1-2 the count. Roth. 1-2 count against him. Adam Volcano and Jamel Shabbat also due up as Roth goes down swinging for the first out of the top of the second.
Now batting the first baseman, number 2, Adam Volcano.
Only one Volcano in the lineup tonight. Eruptions will be minimal. Kyrell Adair. Breaking ball off the plate. Fastball. Chop foul. Kyrell Adair pitching to Casey Prychek. Luis Ayala at first. Rydell Adair at second base. Trig Mapes at short. Wilmer Enriquez is the third baseman. In the outfield left to right is Silas Hilton, Jose Ayala, and local product Hudson Unger. 1-1. Oh. And Medicine Hat finally solves Kyrell Adair with a line shot into right field by Volcano. 1 on for the Mavs. Jamel Shabbat to the plate now.
Now batting number 23, the catcher, Jamel Chabot.
Jaden Babiuk on deck. Final meeting of the year between these two teams happening now. Long weekend coming up here in Canada. August long, as we call it. And Swift Current spending a good chunk of it in Moose Jaw. They'll be in Moose Jaw tomorrow night and Saturday night to take on the Miller Express. And Moose Jaw back here on Sunday, 4:05 start for that one. And then Swift wraps up their schedule on Monday against the Weyburn Beavers. Swift Current tonight, if you're just joining us, going with the one-night temporary rebrand. It's becoming more of a thing in various sports. Tonight they are the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels. Strike 3, got him. It's another strikeout for Kyrell Adair.
Now batting for the Mavericks, second baseman, number 6, Jaden Babiuk.
Kyrell's third K of the game in 5 batters faced. He surrendered 1 hit thus far, and that's Volcano at first base. 2 down. Babiuk representing the number 7 hitter in Medicine Hat's batting order, and Kyrell induces a swinging strike for a 0-1 count here. Kyrell, another one of the kids on the 57s who just graduated a few weeks ago, I believe. Yep, member of the Swift Current Comprehensive High School class of 25. The 0-2, runner in motion, curveball, ground ball, Enriquez double clutches and throws a dart to Ayala for the 5-3 putout. Oh, big fan of the 5-3 putout. Bottom of 2 coming up, and the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels will try and add to their one-run lead here on Flow Sports. How we doing tonight, boys and squirrels? Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action between the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels and the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Rydell Adair leading off for the Squirrels here. Adair, Luis Ayala, and Ethan Bailey due up. Pitch missing down and away. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Rydell Adair, shot to the outfield. And bobbled in center field. Freeman Jr. not able to squeeze it. And Rydell finding his way to first base. And now Luis Ayala to take a turn. Luis, I would dare throw this out there, but MVP type season for the Swift Current base team. Call them what you will. He's been good this year. Consistently hitting for average, has good power numbers. He's had some long innings as a catcher from time to time. The 0-2 to Ayala, one hopper. Blocked by Shabbat, working behind the plate tonight for Medicine Hat. Danny Retzlaff pitching to Jamel Shabbat. Adam Volcano at first. Jaden Babiak at second. Blake Dale at short. Carter Roth at third base. Outfield is Micah Dvorak, Jeremy Freeman Jr., and Yusei Uzawa. 1-2 the count with nobody out here, and Rydell Adair at first. The high fastball gets Ayala. Bottom of the second and one down. Ethan Bailey taking a turn now. Bailey, another one of these kids that just graduated high school for Swift. Bailey swings and misses. Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Swinging strike. 0-2 the count. And Bailey singles in the 5-6 gap. Couple squirrels on the base paths now. Treg Mapes digging in now. Mapes hitting 8th in the Squirrels batting order. The 0-1. Swinging strike, that high fastball looking seductive tonight out of the left hand of Retzlaff. One-two count. Ground squirrels. Their diet consists of plant roots, shrubs. They'll also eat carrots, lettuce, basically any vegetable with juice. Not very well liked by the agricultural community. High Ched and Mapes. Second out of the bottom of the second.
Now batting the right fielder, number 10, Hudson Unger, sponsored by Tourism Saskatchewan.
And now Hudson Unger, lefty on lefty matchup here against Retzlaff. See if Hudson has some 2-out magic in his bat here. Oh, 1.
Fans, let me hear your best charge.
Nothing in 2 the count to Hudson Unger, number 9 hitter in the batting order. Base hit could give the Squirrels another run here. Retzlaff and Shabbat agree on an 0-2. And lefty on lefty, they try and get Unger to chase low and away. 1-2 count with 2 down here in the bottom of the second, and a 1-0 lead for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels on the strength of Wilmer Enriquez. Home run. Wilmer's league leading 13th. Deuce is wild here to Unger. The 2-2. And Unger battling here with Retzlaff. That's Retzlaff's 30th pitch of this contest. 30 pitches to get through 1.2. And got him looking. Squirrels will leave a couple out there. No runs on 2 hits, no Mav errors. And, yeah, 2 Squirrels left on base. Top of 3 coming up. Still a 1-0 lead for Speedy Creek here on Flow Sports. How are we doing, boys and squirrels? It's Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action tonight between the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels and the Medicine Hat Mavericks. 1-0 lead for Speedy Creek. 8-9-1 due up for the visiting Mavericks. Blake Dale, Micah Dvorak, and Jeremy Freeman Jr. So Blake Dale, who has the dubious honor of being the beer batter, steps in. Flags are dangling tonight. No wind to speak of. Yeah, 24 degrees Celsius right now. .2 degrees Fahrenheit. It was a hot one today. Cooling off a little bit, but a warm one for us Saskatchewan folk today. Down and away. It was so hot today, I saw a squirrel dipping his nuts in cold water. Fly ball, right field, Unger plays it off the wall. Good hit by Dale, who does just an awful job of being the beer batter, but doubles his way to second. Oh, and he has a drink at second. Oh, had the hand gesture. He popped a cold one. Oh, we're having fun here. Number 9 hitter Micah Dvorak now. Dvorak out of Garden City, Kansas. Ground ball, hit to Rydell Adair, and 4-3 put out. Runner advances to third. One down here. Top of the third. As Jeremy Freeman Jr. digs in. Kyrell, not bad once through the order. Product of the Swift Current minor ball system. Inducing a foul ball, strike 1. 2 1/3 innings of work. He allowed 2 hits, struck out 4. No walks as of yet. Facing his first 9 here. Nothing in 1 the count. Fastball didn't miss by much, going righty on righty here. Kyrell wanted that one. 1-1 the count here, with 1 away and a runner on at third base. Freeman Jr. with 42 RBI on the year. Kind of a swinging bunt here. And Kyrell with the 1-3 put out. Runner stays put at third base, 2 down. Squirrels not out of the woods yet.
Fielder number 1, Yusei Yuzawa.
Yusei Uzawa, 26 RBI on the year. Righty on lefty matchup here. 2 down. Can Kyrell Adair in the 57 stay out of trouble here? No. Uzawa, base hit. And a run comes in for the Hat. And they square this up at 1. Uzawa, RBI single. Cashing in Dale. That leadoff double comes around to score for Medicine Hat. And a 2-out shot from Freeman Jr. Tyler Van Nestio to Warman with his .339 batting average. Taking a turn now. Prychek keeps that ball in front of him. Carter Roth on deck. Adair, right-handed pitcher, looks over his shoulder at the base runner and pumps high Ched to Van Nesty. Fastball just misses a bit up. 3-1 count here. Hitters count to Van Nesty. Runner on at first. Van Nesty, 7 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Just misses and hits a 2-hopper back to Kyrell Adair, who does a 1-3 putout, and that'll do it for the Mavs. They get 1 across the plate. The visiting Mavericks do. 1 run on 2 hits. No squirrel errors, and 1 left on. 1-1. Bottom of 3rd straight ahead on Flow Sports. Top of the order for the Squirrels here at Mitchell Field. 1-1 the score, bottom of the 3rd inning. Danny Retzlaff, 2 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 earned run, that home run to Wilmer Enriquez. Struck out 5 first time through the order. First pitch in his 2nd exchange with Silas Hilton missing up. Squirrels have taken some cuts at that fastball about letter height. That offering just missing down. 2-0 count. The lefty Retzlaff winds, delivers, and Hilton thought about taking a cut at that high fastball and Wise to hold off. Did he go? No, he didn't. On 2-1. Now a 2-2 count. Bottom of the third inning. The Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels will go back to their previous identity of the Swift Current 57s for a couple games in Moose Jaw this weekend. They will host the Miller Express Sunday at 4:05, and then their final home game will be this Monday against the Weyburn Beavers. Holiday Monday for us folks up here in Canada. August long on the horizon. Fastball down, and Silas disciplined at bat here. Full count on 5 pitches. 3-2. And Hilton goes oppo like taco. And we got a squirrel on base here. Casey Prychek, lefty on lefty encounter here with Retzlaff. 4th hit of the game for the Ground Squirrels. So Silas Hilton, leadoff single to get himself on base. Prychek 0 for 1, striking out in his last at-plate endeavor. One and one count here. Ground ball. Oh, bobbled at first. Are they going to be able to recover in time? They flip it to Retzlaff, who was covering first, and they get Prychek. Through that, though, Silas Hilton able to advance to second base. Enriquez 1 for 1 tonight. Hit his league-leading 13th home run to give the Ground Squirrels their 1 run of this contest. First pitch strike, Retzlaff. Jose Ayala on deck. Wilmer with a .280 batting average. Jamel Shabbat trying to frame up that one, but doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. 1-1 count here. Enriquez all in with that swing, but no water in the pool, and 1-2 now. 7 hits between these two teams here at 2 out, or 1 out rather, in the bottom of the third. Silas Hilton at second. Yeah, base hit could score him here. Hilton checking in at second base on the attempted pickoff. Want Silas to think about it. High heat to Enriquez. Jammed him as he fouls it into the backstop. 1-2 the count. Retzlaff about to throw his 45th pitch of tonight. 33 for striker contact. The 1-2. And again, that high fastball. Something about that letter high heater that just looks so seductive out of the left hand of Retzlaff, and he strikes out another one. Jose Ayala with a runner on at second base. We'll try and get some two-out magic here. 2 shakeoffs before a nod between Retzlaff and Chabot. This is the pitch Retzlaff really wants here. And he goes fastball. Nothing in 1 the count. Goes to that letter high heater again, 1-1 here. Good take from Jose. Right Eladir is on deck. Ayala, ground ball. Fair down the third base side, 5-3 putout. Oh, on time and on target. Carter Roth fielding that ground ball nicely, and smooth transition from the leather to the throwing hand. 57s leave one out there. Top of the 4th coming up. 1-1 between the Mavs and the Squirrels here on Flow Sports.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus 2 weekly shows including the WCBL Report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday, and also the WCBL Game of the Week pregame show leading right up to game time every Thursday night. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Welcome back to Mitchell Field as Carter Roth back. Tank! And with one swing of the bat, the Mavs go up 1 here. As Carter Roth whammos that shot over the wall in left field. And 2-1 the score now for the Mavs. Roth's 5th home run of the year. Big hug at home plate. And the boom. Now Adam Volcano with a turn. Kyrell Adair pitching to Casey Prychek. Luis Ayala at first. Right Eladir at second. Trig Mapes at short. Wilmer Enriquez at third. Silas Hilton, Jose Ayala, and Hudson Unger the outfield for the 57s. Or for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels, pardon me. We'll call Mitchell Field the gopher hole tonight.
Kids, bring that foul ball to the souvenir booth and get yourself a shiny Looney thanks to Pluis Automotive Group.
1-1 count. Curveball. Enriquez. 5-3 put out for out number 1 of the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now batting to catch number 23, Jamel Chabot.
Shabbat fouls that into the backstop. 0-1 the count with one down here. The Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels on the one-night rebrand with their black jerseys with the brown shoulders and sleeves. I think the squirrel in the logo is wearing a blue jersey. And a hat with an SC on it. The Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels. Ground squirrel, another name for a gopher. 2-1 count. Breaking ball. Line drive. Fouled. Two-two pitch. And Shabbat tops that into the plate. 2-2 count with one down here. Bottom of the fourth inning. And a 2-1 lead for the Medicine Mavericks on Carter Roth's home run. Couple of home runs tonight from Wilmer Enriquez and Roth. Two. Ground ball. And that's past Rydell Adair at second base.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6, Jaden Babiak.
Jaden Babiak now. One down and one on. Kyrell Adair, that's his 64th pitch. It's a long strike.
Kids, get that foul ball into your souvenir booth and we will pay you a shiny loony thanks to Lewis Automotive Group.
Babiak 0 for 1, hitting .297. He's really trying to go oppo. He's feeling good about that shot to left field, but again, missing on the third base side. Babiak. And that, again, past the outstretched glove of Rydell Adair.
Folks, you know what that sound means? It is time for our beer batter of the game. The beer batter is sponsored by Full Line AG. If this batter gets out in this inning, beer will go on sale, 2 for $11.
Kenny Jinks, mound visit. Of course, Swift Current coach Rudy Estrella, that 10-game suspension following last week's game against the Saskatoon Berries. 10-game suspe with only 8 games left, so Rudy is effectively done for the year, and I believe that this is the last game of Sean Lee, assistant coach's 5-game suspension.
Now batting for the Mavericks, the beer batter of the game, number 5, the shortstop, Blake Dale.
Blake Dale with 1 out and 2 on. Kyrell Adair. He induces a swinging strike, blocked by Prychek. Oh, he's going to need a moment here. And in the fraternity of umps and catchers, Mike Richards, home plate umpire, is going to walk this ball out to Kyrell Adair and give Casey Prychek a moment to gather himself. I think that ball might have got him under the mask, and yeah, Casey's going to need a minute here. Yeah, that throat collarbone area. So you want to be a catcher. Yeah, just catcher's gear covers a lot, but yeah, there's a few chinks in the armor, and a baseball just going between mask and chest protector. Casey's back up. Tough Saskatchewan kid. He'll just need a minute or two and likely be good to go here. Yeah. And actually, we might be summoning Juan Almonte here. Juan in the bullpen is suddenly going to get thrust into game action here. And you hope Prychek's okay. So Juan Almonte, he was enjoying a leisurely night in the bullpen, is suddenly brought into this one.
Coming in for Casey Prychek, number 16, Juan Almonte.
Couple runners on base, so Almonte and Kyrell Adair are going to have to get on the same page here with signals and such, as Adair has a man on his 6. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully nobody gets crossed up between pitches here. As Kyrell Adair getting in a bit of a rhythm working with Casey Prychek, and suddenly Prychek unavailable. Juan's going to get a few pitches here to get his bearings about him. 1-run ball game. Top of the 4th inning. Home run from Carter Roth has given the Mavs the lead here. Runners on 1st and 2nd. If you're the Mavs, do you try and take advantage of this situation and pull off a double steal and try and catch a cold Juan Almonte? Let's see. You play to win. Blake Dale out of Riverton, Wyoming. Count is 0-1 with 1 down here. And, yeah, 2 runners on. And Dale could be trouble. They were playing Dale real deep in right field, Unger was. And, yeah, that's going to fall in front of him to load the bases. Hudson Unger with his heels on the warning track during that at bat. And that'll bring Micah Dvorak to the plate. So Kyrell Adair trying to get the Squirrels out of a jam here with the bases loaded and but 1 away. And a lukewarm Juan Almonte brought in to catch after that injury to Casey Prychek. We hope Casey's okay. Fouled off by Dvorak. A long strike for Kyrell Adair.
Kids, get that ball to a souvenir door. Then you can get yourself a shiny on Looney thanks to Lewis Automotive Group.
Stray baseball into play from the 57's bullpen. Fouled off. Is that playable for Wilmer? Nope. That'll escape Mitchell Field right over by the north concession booth. 0-2 the count. Kyrell Adair, 4 strikeouts. All 4 first time through the order. Dvorak, the number 9 hitter. Jeremy Freeman Jr. in the top of the order on deck for their third go with Adair. As Dvorak fouls that offering into the backstop. 0-2 the count remains. Kyrell, 71 pitches thus far. Ayo. Ayo. 0-2. Curveball. Foul ball. Anyone going to be able to grab that? Nice play in the 57's bullpen area. I believe it was Brant Spencer that made that catch, who is not an eligible player. We're not playing banana ball. The 0-2. Oh, tries to get him to chase the high Chad, and Dvorak keeps the sword sheathed for a 1-2 count. The 1-2. High fastball knocked down by Adair. And yep, he'll just have to eat it. And that'll put the Mavs up a deuce. One hopper off the glove of Kyrell.
Up to bat for the Mavericks, center fielder, number 44, Jeremy Freeman Jr.
As Chicago's Jeremy Freeman Jr. 0 for 2, striking out once. His third go with Kyrell Adair. Almonte. It's that big frame in front of the ball. Lovely night for a ball game here. Sun setting in the western sky. 1-0. Breaking ball. Two-0 count. That'll be ball 3 on that fastball about letter high to Jeremy Freeman Jr. Three-0. Freeman Jr. makes Adair throw him a strike, and Adair obliges. 3-1. Freeman Jr., ground ball potential for 2 here, 6-4, and not quite able to turn 2 as a run comes in to score. That ball arriving at first base about a half step behind the runner. And now Yusei Uzawa will dig in here. Uzawa, number 2 hitter in the batting order, and that'll do it for Kyrell Adair. Kyrell's going to go 3.2 innings, allowing 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 4. Any idea who this kid is, Joe? Looks like a new face coming in to pitch for Swift. I know that they're giving some APs an opportunity here. They're bringing in a lefty who from here looks about 13 years old. Jace Johnson coming in to pitch. Lefty. Another product of the Swift Current minor ball system coming in here. Another AP getting an opportunity.
Now pitching for your Swift Current Ground Squirrels, number 35, Jace Johnson.
He's got some fam at the ballpark here tonight. Johnson will come in and hopefully be able to get the third out of the top of the fourth, where the visiting Mavs have put up a field goal here. Solo home run from Carter Roth got the party started, so to speak, and 2 runs since then. Yusei Uzawa on the agenda here for Johnson, who's 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Well, let's see how the boy does in a man's world here.
Mavericks, right fielder number 1, Yusei Uzawa.
The crafty Yusei Uzawa. First assignment for Jace Johnson. First pitch is up. Uzawa out of Chiba, Japan. Just finished his freshman year at Butler Community College. And a fly ball induced to Wilmer Enriquez, and that'll do it for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Jace Johnson comes in, gets the out. Mavs 3 runs on 5 hits, no squirrel errors, and a couple left on base. 4-1 heading to the bottom of the 4th here on Flow Sports.
So much for playing. Now batting for your Swift Current Ground Squirrels, number 9, your second baseman, Rydell Adair. Sponsored by SIGA Rewards.
Rydell Adair leading off for the Squirrels. Luis Ayala and Ethan Bailey also on the agenda. Lefty on lefty matchup here as Danny Retzlaff. Oh, that's a fair ball down the first base side. Rydell pumps the base, or pumps the brakes rather, heading around first. But a leadoff single by Rydell Adair. And we got a squirrel on base here. Luis Ayala now. 0 for 1. Retzlaff, 3 innings of work, 5 hits, 1 earned run. That homer to Wilmer Enriquez. Hasn't walked anybody as of yet, and 6 strikeouts. Lefty on righty here. First pitch strike to Ayala. 0-1 the count. Adair, no stolen bases on the year, no attempts. The 1-1. Breaking ball stays up. 2-1 now, the count to Ayala. .54 pitches from Retzlaff thus far. Three and 1, the count to Lewis. And Lewis taking a moment. Breaking ball and strike 2 to Ayala. 3-1 breaking ball. Gutsy pitch from Retzlaff there. Ayala jammed and caught by Volcano in foul territory for out number 1. Ethan Bailey to the plate now with his Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels trailing 4-1. Runner on at first. I know the Swift Current squad, if you want to get a better look at those jerseys that they're wearing today, the Ground Squirrel tarps, you can see them online. Check the social media accounts for the 57s. 1-0 count. Breaking ball from Retzlaff, just above the belt. 2-0 here. Conventional wisdom would lead one to believe that a fastball may be coming here. 2-0. And yep, pumps Ched past Bailey. 2-1 the count. Two and 1. 2-2 on the swinging strike. Got the Mitchell Field Sunset Shadows going here. 2-2. And got him looking. Breaking ball that just caught the outside part of the plate. 2 down here. Retzlaff battling back from down in the count 2-0 to throw 3 consecutive strikes. Trig Mapes 0 for 1 tonight, 248 on the year. Bottom of the 4th inning. And Mapes, foul ball straight back. 0-1 the count. Good crowd on hand here tonight. They're doing the jersey auction as well. Got the silent auction papers over by the dugout there.
You can also send information in online as well.
Yeah, you can send the info online. How do you do that?
If you go to Facebook, there's instructions on how to bid online. You can message or text Tony, and she'll write your bid down on the paper.
All right, go to the 57's Facebook page if you want to make an online bid on one of these Ground Squirrel jerseys. One of a kind. The 1-2. There's been a few times this year where 57's players have taken hacks at that high fastball, but that one about eye level. Mapes taken there. Deuce is wild here. And strike 3, and another strikeout for Danny Retzlaff. 1 is left stranded. Top of the 5th coming up. 4-1 lead for Medicine Hat over the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels here on Flow Sports. Heidi ho, boys and squirrels. We're back here at the Gopher Hole, where the Medicine Hat Mavericks lead the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels 4-1 here. Top of the 5th inning. Tyler Van Nesty leading off for Medicine Hat. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Jace Johnson coming into deal for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels. 1-0 count. Johnson one batter faced thus far, inducing a fly ball to Wilmer Enriquez at third. Good pitch, lefty on lefty from the young man. Let's go Squirrels. Two one, 3-1 count now. Jace Johnson facing Tyler Van Nesty here, and Van Nesty just missing on that 3-1 fastball. It's that a mile in the air to Hudson Unger in right field, and one down. Big cut with cruel intentions from Van Nesty there, and he just missed. Yes, Carter Roth, who got the offensive ball rolling for Medicine Hat with that solo home run to kickstart a 3-run 4th inning for the Mavericks. One 0 count. Fly ball. Shallow left field, and Trig Mapes ventures into the outfield grass to make the catch for the second out of the top of the 5th.
Number 2, the first baseman, Adam Volcano.
Adam Volcano now. Volcano hitting 5th in Med Hat's batting order. The 1-0. Oh, swing and strike. Nice pitch from Johnson. The 1-2. Popped up, that could be playable. Squirrels converge, and Johnson calls his own number and says, I got this. And 3 up, 3 down. As Jace Johnson comes in and locks it down for the Ground Squirrels. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Still a 4-1 lead for the Medicine Hat Mavericks here on Flow Sports.
And Saskatchewan beef brings the flavor to every summer moment. So whether it's a sizzling steak or a juicy hamburger, enjoy the taste that Saskatchewan producers work hard to deliver. Proudly brought to you by the Saskatchewan Cattlemen's Association, where beef and baseball are always in season. New pitcher for the Mavericks, Garrett Levesque.
Garrick Levesque in to deal for the visiting Medicine Hat Mavericks. We'll tell you about Danny Retzlaff's numbers in just a moment here. Levesque, this will be his 16th appearance of the year, 25 2/3 innings of work. 19 strikeouts to 24 walks, 1-0 on the year with a 7.46 earned run average. Levesque, his first assignment will be the number 9 hitter in Swift's batting order, Hudson Unger. Unger, Hilton, Almonte due up for the 57s. Juan Almonte coming in to catch after Casey Prychek left with an injury that we hope is minor. Took a one-hopper underneath the mask and above the chest protector. 57's facing another lefty here. Mavs get a good quality start out of Danny Retzlaff, going 4 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 8, didn't walk any. As Unger tops that ball towards the backstop. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Pitch is off the plate. 1-2 the count to Unger. Unger 0 for 1. The 1-2 struck him out. One batter faced and 1 strikeout for Levesque as Silas Hilton, leadoff hitter out of New Mexico, will take a turn now. '57s, or pardon me, the Ground Squirrels looking for their 6th hit of the ball game. Fastball up, 1-1. Levesque spins a curveball that's off the plate. 2-1 the count now to Silas Hilton. Foul ball straight back for a 2-2 count here. Mavs warming up a righty in their bullpen, so looking like this late season contest is going to be by committee when it comes to pitching for Medicine Hat. Two. Hilton strikes out. 2 batters faced and 2 strikeouts for Garrick Levesque.
Off the bat for the Swift Ground Squirrels, number 16, your catcher, Juan Almonte.
Well, Almonte's first at bat of the ball game, hitting where Casey Prychek was. And that was one hell of a swing, but his bat snaps into the vacant air for strike 1. Does have a nice swing. 0-1 the count. The 1-1 with 2 away. Levesque Swinging strike from Juan. Almonte sitting on fastball there. One-two pitch, forthcoming. Levesque just misses down on his 13th pitch of his appearance. Two-two, and Almonte, hard shot to third. Routh fields the one hopper nicely and orchestrates 5-3 putout. Pardon me, Roth. 4-1, Medhat leads it. Top of 6 on the way here on Flow Sports.
Now back to the Mavericks, number 23, the catcher, Chabot.
Jace Johnson, 1.1 innings of work. 3 up, 3 down last time for the young Swift Current product. Jamel Chabot, Jaden Babiak, and Blake Dale, 6, 7, 8 due up for the Mavs here. Top of the 6th inning, it's a 4-1 lead for the visitors. Local lefty affiliate player Jace Johnson. And that's a fair ball down the third base side. A few umpires in the stands disagreeing with the assessment of the base umpire who called that fair, but it's a double for Chabot.
Now batting, your beer batter, Blake Dale. If he gets out at any point in this inning,
Blake Dale now.
2 for $11.
Leadoff guy on for Medicine Hat. Johnson spins a curveball just up.
Correction, batting is number 6, second baseman, Jaden Babiak.
Oh, Jaden Babiak here, who's 1 for 2 with the runs scored. 303 average on the year. Wade locks those knees at 90 degrees. Fouled off.
shiny Looney thanks to Lewis Automotive Group.
The 0-2 with a runner at second. Oh, Johnson strikes him out. Tough out there in Babiuk, and he bought what the youngster was selling. Now Blake Dale to the plate.
Mavericks, the beer batter, number 5, Blake Dale. If he gets out at any point during this inning, free beer not free beer, 2 beer for $11.
Nope. You said free beer, Ryder. That's a binding contract.
But it's on your bill.
Strike called. Nothing in 1 the count. Oh, is that going to be playable? Almonte zeroes in on that baseball and makes the catch in foul territory. 2 down here.
Beer is now on sale, 2 for $11. It is not free, folks. That's on me. Give me the booze. Now batting for the Mavericks, left fielder number 4, Micah Dvorak.
And now Micah Dvorak, number 9 hitter, digs in. Good job, Ryder. Way to wear that one, bud. Good job. High hopper. And just kind of an awkward ground ball. Had some crazy English on it off the bad head there. Trig Mapes, tough play to make.
Order number 44, the center fielder, Jeremy Freeman Jr.
Jeremy Freeman Jr. now at the top of the order. Runners on the corners, 2 down here. Can Jace Johnson get the Squirrels out of trouble here? Breaking ball. Freeman makes contact, and it goes into the gear of catcher Almonte. Yusei Uzawa is not on deck. As there's a fly ball to center field, hit back, and Jose Ayala. Jose says no way with a highlight reel catch in center field. And that'll strand a couple of base runners. And Jace Johnson and the Swift Current 57s Houdini their way out of trouble. Bottom of the 6th on the way, still a 4-1 lead. The Mavs leading the Squirrels here on Flow Sports. never meet a human being so good at not working but getting paid as him. Wilmer Enriquez leading off here against Garrick Levesque. Wilmer 1 for 2 with that solo home run. His first at bat of the game at the time gave the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels a 1-0 lead. Drilled into the backstop. Enriquez ground ball to Dale, who puts together a 6-3 putout. That'll bring Jose Ayala to the plate. They got a great burger here at the ballpark. Thanks to Joe Collinson, IT specialist, for doing a burger run here. Oh, Jose puts lumber to baseball. That could be trouble. Nope, just fouled. IT Joe. I'll tell you what, it is an elaborate technical setup with the webcast this year. And none of it would be possible without Joe this year. So if you've enjoyed a minute of the webcast this year, and my job's easy.
My Venmo ID is.
Oh, Ayala straightens it out, hits it hard, but Micah Dvorak in left field was right where he needed to be to make the catch. A loud out from Jose Ayala. Yeah, in any sort of broadcasting, you know, it's the talent, and that's what we're referred to as talent. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're talented, but it's the talent that get all the credit, but the IT guys are what allows the talent to be seen and heard. So.
The best IT guys are never seen.
The quiet, technical ninjas behind the scenes. Here, wave to the camera, Joe. Guy in the black shirt there. Wave to center field. There he is. Without that guy, none of this is happening. 2-1 count here to Rydell Adair. Two-two pitch. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Adair fouls that one. Did you see this joke, Joe? Hey. Look at me, I'm a CAO. 2-2 pitch to Adair. Oh, strike three, got him. And he is going to disappear like a mistress at a Coldplay concert. Top of the seventh coming up. 4-1, Mavs lead the Squirrels here on Flow Sports.
Swift Ground Squirrels, number 3, Mason Bowser.
All right, Mason Fowler into deal for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels. Welcome back to the Gopher Hole. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes here. Fowler. Aaron Volcano into pinch hit, and Mason Fowler into deal. First pitch jammed him. Oh, off our roof. Nope. Fowler out of Shaunavon. Good job by Jace Johnson coming in. The young affiliate player, 2 1/3 innings of work, allowed 2 hits, struck out 1, faced 9, no runs of any sort, earned runs. Fowler induces a ground ball to Trig Mapes, 6-3 put out. And oh, Volcano showing some wheels. Volcano legs it out. Infield single. And Kenny Jinks is going to go have a conversation about that play and that call of safe at first. In the event that Kenny gets ran, Brody Alexander is officially registered as a coach. Rudy Estrella, 10-game suspension a few games ago. He's done for the year. And Sean Lee, this will be his last night of suspension. And he'll be back in the 57's dugout. So Kenny Jinks not too vociferous in his protestation. Mason Fowler. First pitch to Van Nesty, a called strike. Fouled up and out. Fowler, 2-sport athlete. Played AAA 18U hockey this year for the local team, the Home Hardware Legionnaires. Signed property of the Swift Current Broncos of the Western Hockey League. He has played a few games in the WHL as an affiliate player. Line drive into the mid of Mapes. They're not able to double up Volcano, and it's actually thrown away at first, so Volcano will gallop to second base. 1 down here. Top of the 7th inning. Carter Roth. Bowser. Nice pitch from Mason. Just a little bit down, not getting the benefit of the doubt on it. 1-0 count here. Mavs up 4-1 on the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels, the one-night temporary rebrand for the 57s. Fastball from Fowler right down the middle. One pitch with 1 away. 2-1. Fastball about letter height. Fowler's got some velo. Mid to upper 80s on the fastball, I'd say. 3-1 count here. Oh, nice cutter. 3-2. It's a great pitch. Full count with one away. Fastball just missing in, and it's a walk to Roth.
Now batting first baseman number 2, Adam Volcano.
And now Adam Volcano to the plate. One 0 count off the plate. Jammed him. Won't be playable.
Kids, get that foul ball to the souvenir booth and you get yourself either 4 quarters or a Looney.
The 1-1. Fastball letter high. Two and one now with one down. Three and one count now, Volcano. Be looking for something chubby here. And just missed. 2 hopper to Fowler. 1-3 put out. Runners advance to second and third. There's 2 away now. And Jamel Shabbat, catcher.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 23, the catcher, Jamel Chabot.
Breaking ball. 1-0 count. Fly ball. Center field. Ayala. 3 down. No runs on 1 hit. 157's error, or 1 squirrel error rather, and a couple left on base. We will stretch and be back with the bottom of the 7th with the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels trailing the Medicine Hat Mavericks 4-1 here on Flow Sports.
Well, fans, we want to take this time to announce our jersey auction once again. Head on over, get your bids in for the Ground Squirrels jersey auction. And we also have some raffle tickets available as well. $10 gets your name into the raffle, and you have an extremely high chance of winning, as I believe there are only a few entries in there. So head on over, get your tickets, and you have a chance to take home Swift Current baseball history. There's more baseball to be seen on FloCollege. If you look next to me, the Jets in there are on there right now. Whether it's a walk-off home run or a game-saving strikeout, today's baseball games and thousands more are streaming live on FloCollege. Don't miss a moment. Head to FloCollege.com to start streaming now. That is FLOCollege.com.
All right, welcome back to the Gopher Hole. Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels.
Now batting number 8, the first baseman, Luis Ayala.
Luis Ayala leading off here. 1-0 count here to Lewis. One count here. Garrick Levesque, 2 innings of work thus far. Struck out 3. He's faced 6.
I see that ball down there, folks. Get that to the souvenir booth and get yourself a shiny Lou.
Foul ball into our neighborhood here. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the 7th. 4-1 lead for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, taking on the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels on this one-night rebrand of the Swift Current 57s. Ayala, ground ball, hit to third. And Roth, 5-3 putout. He's been fairly automatic on the hot corner tonight. Roth has been. 1 down here. The Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels will adopt their regular persona tomorrow and head to Moose Jaw. Roswell's Park tomorrow and Saturday night for the 57s. Back here on Sunday against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. And final game of the year will be Monday night with the Weyburn Beavers in town. Ethan Bailey at the plate now for the Squirrels.
Get yourself 100 pennies or $1.
1 hit. 1 for 2. 243 average. Bailey fouls that just over top of us here.
You get that ball, you get yourself 10 dimes.
The 0-2. Bailey cued off the bat head. Ground ball to Babiuk. 4-3 put out for out number 2 of this bottom of the 7th inning. And now Trig Mapes.
Now batting the shortstop, number 18, Trey Mays.
Garrick Levesque. First pitch to Mapes paints the outside corner. 34th pitch of the game for Levesque, who has worked 2.2 innings thus far. Swinging strike on the 35th pitch. The 0-2 with 2 away. And Mapes jammed. Foul ball. And caught at first by Volcano. And that'll do it for the Squirrels in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th coming up. 4-1 lead for the Medicine Hat Mavericks here on Flow Sports.
is your last call for the jersey auctions and for the raffle.
All right, Mason Fowler getting ready for another inning of work on the mound for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels as Jaden Babiak, who's leading off for Medicine Hat here. Babiak, Dale Dvorak, 7, 8, 9 for the visitors. Top of the 8th inning. 0-1 after that foul ball from Babiak, who straightens that out, and that'll be a single into left field. Corralled by Silas Hilton, but leadoff guy on for the visiting Mavericks, who are looking for a little bit of late inning insurance in this top of the 8th. They're up 3.
Number 5, the shortstop, Blake Dale. If he gets out at any point in this inning, appears 2 for 11 down in the beer booth.
Blake Dale 2 for 3, not ideal beer batter numbers. Mason Fowler. Nice pitch, just catching the outside part of the plate. What kind of numbers are we looking at for the jersey auction, Joe?
175, some 100, 125. So there's a bit of a bidding war between some family members on one of the jerseys. Gone up to 250 the last I checked in.
Up to 250, one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll pay for him. Make some money tonight. One and one the count here. Fowler working against Blake Dale. Two and one with that runner on at first. That's fouled over top of our location here.
Get yourself a foul ball, you get yourself a loan, and you're ready to the souvenir booth, folks.
Thanks, Ryder Squirrel.
Two count. Just missing off the plate. Full count here to Dale. Micah Dvorak on deck. Three-two pitch, runner in motion. He's going to walk him. Micah Dvorak, number 9 hitter in the batting order, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI tonight. Top of the order, and Jeremy Freeman Jr. on deck. Nope, down in front, Bruce. Swinging strike. Squirrels warming up a lefty in their bullpen. Fowler just missing off the plate in this righty on lefty matchup here. Ground ball. Hit to first. Ayala, unassisted put out at first base. Runners advance to second and third. And JFJ to the plate here, Jeremy Freeman Jr. Off the plate. Flurry of activity now at the silent auction table. Ground ball. Hit to Adair. Or pardon me, that's Yuji Amai into play second base. Looks like some defensive changes here that have kind of flown under the radar. Yuji into play second. Rydell Adair moving over to short. Not sure about Trig Mapes' fate, as he was playing short, but now Rydell Adair is over there. 2 down here. Bowser induces a swinging strike. This is Aaron Volcano at the plate now. Hitting .304 on the year, 1 for 1. Hitting where Yusei Uzawa was in the lineup. And a line shot over top of Rydell Adair. It's short. Play at the plate. No. One hopper into Almonte, and a couple come in to score for Medicine Hat, and they'll take a 6-1 lead on the Squirrels here. Bases loaded shot from Volcano, scoring 2. And here in the top of the 8th, some insurance for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, and that'll bring Kenny Jinks out of the dugout to have a visit on the mound here with Mason Fowler and company.
Last chance, pick yourselves up a 50-50 ticket from one of our amazing workers here tonight.
Amazing workers indeed. Tyler Van Nesty now digging in. Crowd just nailing Sweet Caroline. If we had a big green wall out in left field, Mitchell Field just indistinguishable from Fenway at the moment. That'd be rad.
Make some changes this year or next year. Put 'em right field.
Yeah, in terms of dimensions and walls and whatnot, we're about as meat and potatoes as you get. 325 in the corners, 400 to straightaway center. About, I don't know, what would you say? Just over a 6-foot wall all the way around. I like Medicine Hats Park. It's a bit of an adventure. You're 350 in the corners, but you're 380 to straightaway center.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, there's a lot of shots to the corners that, you know, would be a home run in other parks. So you're deprived of it there. But then at straightaway center, then you do see a 390-foot home run to center on occasion, right? So it's a great park, athletic park. They've done a great job there. They've utilized some grant money to really enhance the fan experience there. Kudos to Greg Morrison and his crew. It's going to be a walk here. Focus on the game here. Walk to Van Nesty to put runners on first and second with 2 out and bring Carter Roth to the plate. And then you have Brooks. They don't, and there's no signs on the field telling you what the dimensions are, but it's been speculated that it's 290 in the corners and 350 to straightaway center.
Say, wasn't it one of their, like, their senior, or not senior men, but like their 18U baseball parks?
Well, 18U baseball parks similar dimensions to what you see here. Like the 18Us play a lot here, but yeah, just a smaller park. There was a game last year in Brooks where there was a 70-kilometer-an-hour wind blowing out, and it was ridiculous. It was like a 35-27 score. Just absurd. Hey, it's a quirky league, but it's a good one. Line shot into right field. Hudson Unger, that's going to take a couple hops before it gets into his glove. One comes in to score as Volcano touches home, and that'll put 7 on the board for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. And then you get to Okotoks, which kind of has normal dimensions for a baseball field, except you're in the mountains. So fastballs are faster, and balls just rocket off of bats there. Yeah, Moose Jaw, Ross Wells, that's just a old wooden park, wooden bleachers, wooden wall. Balls carry there, too, at Ross Wells. That's where the 57s are going to be tomorrow and Saturday, Ross Wells Park in Moose Jaw. They got a good modern game day vibe in Moose Jaw. Like, the board there has done a really, really good job. They got a great board of directors in Moose Jaw. Their fan experience is good. You got a good modern game day in that old wooden ballpark. Anyone who's never been to a game at Ross Wells Park in Moose Jaw and has the means to do so, that's a cool experience. Yeah, it does. Joe just... Yep. Yeah, totally. It's been modernized in some ways, but not modernized in the right ways. Kind of like the Nat in Vancouver. Blue Jays single A team, Nat Bailey Stadium in Vancouver, home of the Vancouver Canadians. My kid lives in Vancouver, so whenever I go visit her, I always make a point to go see a Canadians game when I'm there. Awesome vibe at the park, but yeah, that's like a 100-year-old stadium too. Modernized in the right ways, but they've left it alone in the right ways too, eh? 2-2, fastball up. Runners on the corners. Full count now.
Fans, let's get loud.
Adam Volcano out of Cloverdale, BC with 2 down and a full count. Go after him here, Mason. You got good velo on the fastball. Go right after him. There you go. Attaboy, Faust. Couple are left stranded, but the Mavs do put up a field goal. Bottom of the 8th coming up. And it's a 7-1 lead for the Mavs over the Squirrels here on Flow Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw it down.
All right, welcome back to the Gopher Hole. Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels and Medicine Hat Mavericks. Mavs with a little bit of insurance, some breathing room. We're in the bottom of the 8th, and they're up by 6. David Heinen into pitch now for Med Hat. 33 Black out of Holdingford, Minnesota. 6'2" right-hander. Just finished his freshman year at the Minnesota North College. 4 strikeouts to 5 walks. This will be his 5th appearance, ERA of 8.59er. Garrick Levesque, 3 innings of work. Struck out 3, didn't walk anyone. No runs on his watch as Hudson Unger is going to lead off.
Number 10, the right fielder, Hudson Unger.
Unger 0 for 2 thus far, top of the order, and Silas Hilton on deck. Heinen. First pitch strike to Unger. Heinen pitching to Shabbat. Aaron Volcano at first base. Jaden Babiak at second. Blake Dale at short. Carter Roth at third base. Micah Dvorak, Jeremy Freeman Jr., and Adam Volcano, the outfield. Johnny Volcano, night off tonight. Fouled off by Unger, 1-2 the count. The 1-2. Well, Heinen trying to get young Unger to chase out of the zone. Good take. 2-2. Unger continues to battle, fouling that pitch off. The 2-2. Oh. Kind of changed his windup and delivery there on that 2-2 as he struck out Unger. Top of the order now, and Silas Hilton. Hilton 0 for 3, striking out twice. Down and away to Hilton. Ball one. One 0. One and one the count here with one down. Ground ball. Dale. Whoa, coming in hot. And an unconventional E6 is going to get Silas Hilton at first base. And that'll bring Juan Almonte to the plate, his second at bat of the game, as he subbed in for an injured Casey Prychek. Prychek, if you're just joining us and missed it, took a ball below the mask yet above the chest protector. Got him in a sweet spot. Breaking ball to Almonte. And nothing in one the count. Squirrels have a guy on with one down here. Silas Hilton at first. Wilmer Enriquez on deck, who has a home run tonight. Solo shot, giving the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels their one run way back in the first inning. Almonte. Quick fist bump there with Shabbat. Showing a little kinship between catchers there. 1-1. Almonte. Ground ball, potential for two here. 4-6, and nope, coming in hot. One hopper that Volcano couldn't squeeze at first. Tough pick there. And Almonte will take first, and Wilmer Enriquez with two down here. Enriquez had his league-leading 13th home run earlier this game. Wilmer will be looking for something he can drive against Heinen here. Fastball just above the belt. Oh, no. Strike one. The 0-1. Oh, Wilmer was looking for his 14th of the year with that swing. Nothing in two now with two down here in the bottom of the eighth. 7-1 lead for the Medicine Mavericks. The 0-2. Oh, that buzzes Wilmer's control tower. Fans here in Swift, a little on edge when that happens. Yeah. A 1-2. Wilmer thought about chasing down and away. 2-2 now. Deuce is wild. Two. High heat. And that'll do it for the Squirrels here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-1, the Medicine Hat Mavericks leading the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels here on Flow Sports.
Keegan Chris Manson.
In a night of firsts, Keegan Chris Manson, left-hander, in to deal for the Squirrels here. Top of the 9th inning.
Number 23, the catcher,
Jamel Shabbat, Jaden Babiak, and Blake Dale. 6, 7, 8 in Medicine Hat's batting order. Working against the lefty Keegan Chris Manson. Swift Current minor ball product here. One 0 count. Chris Manson with a bit of a cheering section here, as is the case with local players. Swing and strike. Oh, they grow up fast. I remember hanging out with Keegan's parents before Keegan was a thing. Dating myself a little bit here, but 1-1 the count. Chris Manson going right after Shabbat here. A 283 hitter. The 1-2 pitch. Nope. Even things out at 2-2. Oh, we got some creative cheers here. It's a family show. 2-2 pitch. Can we just run a headset over to Keegan's buddies sitting over there? They're saying things far more compelling than anything I got at this point. Full count here. Good at bat from Chabot, battling back from 0-2. Fly ball. Shallow right field, and the Undertaker makes the catch out in right. Hudson Unger there to make the grab. One down here in the top of the ninth.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the great time of the night. It's time for our beer batter, number 5, Blake Dale. Number 6, never mind, you have to wait, folks.
This is just degenerating into a, yeah. This is just a rodeo here now. Jaden Babiuk up to bat now, announced as the beer batter Blake Dale, but just getting a little excited, getting ahead of ourselves here. Lefty on lefty here. Let's see if Keegan can make that work for him here. Paints the outside corner. That's a good pitch. Lefty on lefty. Loving that from Keegan here. One and one the count. Swing and strike. The Christ Maniacs are making some noise here. Paints the outside corner.
That's a strikeout from Chris Manson. Now up to bat number 5, Blake Dale.
And now Blake Dale, who's 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of runs scored. He's also walked once this evening. Lefty on righty here. The 1-0. Fastball up. Two-0. Check swing, and he went. Two and one the count. Right down the middle from Chris Manson. I'm taking the headset off. We're going to let the Chris Maniacs take over here. Full count. Hit deep. Left field, Hilton. I've never had this much fun in a 7-1 ball game. Hey, kids are having fun. The fans are having fun. Good times at the Gopher Hole. 7-1, bottom of the ninth, straight ahead here on Flo. Bottom of the ninth. David Heinen staying on the bump for Medicine Hat. Jose Ayala due up for the Speedy Creek Ground Squirrels. Adair Ayala due up for Swift. Heinen. Ready on ready matchup. Ayala. Hot shot to third. Bobbled by Roth. Tough play there. Rydell Adair is having a good night at the plate. 2 for 3. One on, nobody out. 7-1. Medicine Hat leads it here in the bottom of the ninth. Swinging strike. 1-1 the count. Seven-1 game. Local APs in the lineup tonight, late in the season, and it's been a tough year, but you know what? It's a school night, and there's still a lot of fans here. Nobody's gone home tonight. We're having some fun at the ballpark. 2-1 to Adair. Hit to right field. Volcano makes the catch. I know school's out. A work night. It's Thursday. People still got to go to work tomorrow. School night, a metaphor for a night where one can't stay up late and live it up.
Long weekend, though.
Yeah, tomorrow, Friday before a long weekend. August long. What's the weather supposed to be like? Good?
I won't be working, so it'll be awesome regardless. Yeah, it's supposed to be good weather all weekend.
Good weather in the forecast? That's good. August long can go either way. Luis Ayala here. 1 down and 1 on. Lewis, ground ball to third, potential for 2 here. 5-4. And that's the ball game. Hey, we had some fun, didn't we? 13th home run of the year for Wilmer Enriquez to take the league lead. 2 for 4 night at the plate for Rydell Adair. And we got to see Jace Johnson, Mason Fowler, and Keegan Chris Manson, and Kyrell Adair all throw tonight. The 57's bullpen it with nothing but local pitchers tonight. That's big. Bunch of kids who just graduated high school on the mound tonight. And, yeah, Medicine Hat, they put up 7 runs. But, I mean, Med Hat, they got some bats in their lineup. So, good for the kids for coming out tonight. Kyrell Adair going 3.2 innings of work. Jace Johnson, really like what he brought to the table tonight. 2 1/3. 2 innings for Mason Fowler. And Keegan Chris Manson inciting some wildness from the Chris Maniacs here. Fun night at the ballpark for the inaugural Speedy Creek Ground Squirrel game. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, wherever you may be tuning in. On behalf of Joe Collinson, IT Specialist, it's Ryan Schweitzer saying good night from the Gopher Hole.
Your player of the game tonight, number 35, Jace Johnson, with 0 runs, 2 hits in 2 innings, and 1 strikeout. It was a tough loss tonight, folks, but we'll bounce back next time. Thanks for your support. Join us back here for the Billet Family Appreciation Night on Sunday, August 3rd, as we cheer against the Moose Jaw Miller Express at 4:05 p.m. Drive safe and go 57s. And on behalf of the players, management, and board of the Swift Current 57s, I would like to thank you for coming out and supporting your home team. If you've been enjoying some of our hospitality services here at Mitchell Field, make sure you arrange for a safe ride home. Thank you, and good night.